Good morning students, welcome back to online class. I am Subhashini Muzaliyar. Today we are going to study about the chemical properties of group 1 metal, that is the alkali metals, and its characteristics also. So here chemical properties of group 1. In the group 1, as you know very well, that is a sodium, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. So as you go down, the reactivity is increases. So the reaction with the water, so that's why you have heard that sodium and potassium should be kept under the kerosene, under oil, so that if it comes in contact with the moist or water, it is highly reactive. So here M for metal plus water H2O, it gives MOH plus hydrogen gas is released. So lithium 2Li, this is balancing, Li plus 2 times water, it gives 2 LiOH plus H2 hydroxide. Sodium plus water gives sodium hydroxide plus water. So as you go down, the reactivity is increasing. So maybe an explosion over here. So in this alkali metals, lithium hydroxide is a weak base, but all other hydroxides are highly basic. So as you can see here, when the metal or alkali metal comes in contact with the water, it gives a flame, right? It is a exothermic reaction as heat is given out and hydrogen is also released. Now the reaction with the air. So metal plus oxygen gives metal oxide. So how you will understand that is Li2O or LiO? So simple thing is what? Lithium is Li plus, O is O minus 2. So cross we will do, so it gives Li2O. Same over here, metal plus oxygen like sodium plus oxygen gives Na2O2. Why O2 is there? See here, because here this one is a metal oxide and this one is a metal peroxide. O2 minus 2 is a metal peroxide. That's why Na is Na plus, O2 minus 2. I'll show you like this. For example, Na is Na plus and O2 here act as a peroxide. So here O2 and then 2 minus is there. So with the cross, this 2 will come here, 1 will come here. So the answer is Na2O2. Okay. So when metal plus oxygen gives metal superoxide. Superoxide means what? O2 minus 1 is a superoxide. And normal oxide means what? O minus 2, and peroxide means what? O2 2 minus. Okay. So here you can take any metal, sodium for example, sodium is a Na. Na is plus, O2 minus 1. So plus 1 will come here, 1 will go here. So the answer is NaO2. So here it is taken potassium. So it's a KO2. Yeah. So oxide is minus 2. The valency, peroxide is minus 1 and superoxide is minus 1 by 2. Because why here it is written O2 minus 1? Because this is of the one oxygen. So superoxide is minus half. If O2, 2 diatomic molecule is there, so it's a minus half. Okay. Next, chemical properties over here is, this is the oxide ion, peroxide ion, superoxide ion. So some small cation will be stabilized by a small anion. Here peroxide is Na plus. Only lithium forms oxide, that is a monooxide. Now chemical properties of group 1, that is reacts with the air in the form of nitrogen. So metal plus nitrogen gives nitride, metal nitride. So here take any metal. So here is taken a metal of lithium plus nitrogen. For balancing they have written, for example, if you are writing lithium Li plus nitrogen, as it is a diatomic, we are always need to write N2. So Li is what? Li plus and nitrogen is N minus 3 electronic configuration. So 3 will come here and 1 will go here. So Li3N. So for balancing you need to write it over here. N2 is there. So N2 is there. So we have written 2 here. What about lithium? Lithium is 6. So we have need to write 6. So 6Li plus N2 gives 2Li3N. Reaction with the hydrogen. Metal plus hydrogen gives metal hydride. So here LiH, NaH is there. So lithium is 1073 Kelvin. Other alkali metal is 673 Kelvin. So lithium hydride is the most stablest of all the hydride. As you go down, the reactivity is increasing, as you know very well. The fourth one is reaction with the halogen. Halogen is here what? X. Its X is means what? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. So fluorine is the most reactive. It is just opposite of the group 1. Halogen is in the group 17. So here LiF, Cl. So LiF is the insoluble in water, right? The reactivity you can see here. Lithium, that depends on size. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, and cesium, and here fluorine is most reactive. Chlorine, bromine, and iodine. Now solubility in liquid ammonia. As you know that ammonia is a pungent smell. All the alkali metal dissolved in the liquid ammonia gives deep blue solution when dilute due to the presence of ammoniated solvated electrons in the solution. For example, when M metal reacts with ammonia, it gives metal nitrate. Sorry, M plus NH3X plus electrons NH3Y. What is X plus Y? It's a mole of the ammonia. So these electrons are excited to have higher energy level and the absorption of proton occurred in the red region of the spectrum. Thus the solution appears blue. Next one is what? Solution of alkali metals, that is lithium, sodium and potassium in the liquid ammonia. So it conducting due to the presence of an ammoniated electron mainly. However, on heating, the conductivity is increasing. The conductivity is increasing because of the raise of the temperature, and the conductivity decreasing. Those like those of the metals. So this is about the conducting due to the presence of the ammoniated electron mainly. So strongly reducing due to the presence of ammoniated electron, and widely used as a reducing agent in organic chemistry. So there is a redox reaction. Reduction means gain of electron and oxidation means loss of electron. So reducing agent is actually what is oxidized. It is a reducing agent, right, in the presence of oxygen. The next one is what? General characteristic of the component of the alkali metals. So here they have taken oxides and the hydroxides. So under appropriate conditions, a pure compound like M2O, M2O2 and MO2. Here is the oxide, superoxide and peroxide. Oxides, peroxide and superoxide is there. So this is mainly prepared. All the common compound of the alkali metals are generally ionic in nature. What is the meaning of ionic? There are two types of bond is there. Ionic and covalent bond is there. So ionic means what? Donating and accepting the electrons which comes in the metal and the non-metal, and covalent bond means what? Sharing of the electrons which comes under the non-metal and the non-metal. Okay. So they have example: M2O plus water gives M plus 2OH minus. M2O2 plus water gives M plus 2OH minus plus H2O2. MO2 plus water, it gives M plus 2OH minus plus H2O2 plus O2. So these are the compound formed. Next one is superoxides are paramagnetic. There are two types of magnetic: diamagnetic and the paramagnetic. It depends on the electronic configurations. So the oxides and the peroxides are colorless when pure, but superoxides are yellow or orange in color. So example is taken KO2. So here is a superoxide, as O2 minus is there. It's a paramagnet because one unpaired electron is there. That is, we have studied in 4th chapter. Pi antibonding, 2p molecular orbital MO theory you have studied, right? So that is about the superoxides. That is here O2 minus is the paramagnetic. Now about the halides. The alkali metals, metal halides, that is Mx, X is in form of fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine, are all high melting, colorless crystalline solids are there. So you know very well the trending forms of fluorine has a highly reactive, high melting and boiling point comparing to the other one. So low solubility LiF in water is due to the high lattice enthalpy, and low solubility of CSI is due to the smaller hydration enthalpy of its two ions. Now they are generally soluble in water and they are stable. So they are carbonates like M2CO3 carbonates and hydrogen carbonates, there is MHCO3. So here M means sodium. I can take example of Na2CO3 or NaSCO3. They are stable enough and just soluble in water, like washing soda, baking soda. You have remember you studied in 10th standard, that is soluble in the water. So are highly stable to heat. So exceptional case is what? Lithium carbonate is not so stable to heat, and hydrogen carbonate does not exist as a solid. So lithium being a very small in size polarized a large carbonate ion leading to the formation of more stable, that is Li2O and CO2 minus. So lithium Li plus carbonate CO3 minus gives Li2O plus carbon dioxide is released. So always remember, when carbonate is there and with the reaction carbon dioxide will be released. Next one, some anomalous properties of the lithium is there. So lithium, the atomic number is 3 and this is the mass almost 7. It is small in size and high polarizing power, and that is charged upon radius in the ratio. So it is having a high ionization enthalpy and low electropositive character. Why electropositive character is low as compared to the other metal? Because it is less reactive in the group 1. So as you go down, the reactivity increases. So as reactivity increases, having a high electropositive character because it donates the electron. Okay. See here, there is an anomalous property of the lithium, like as it reacts with water, air, hydrogen, halogen. See over here. So metal plus water gives metal hydroxide plus hydrogen, strong base. And here example is taken lithium. All example of lithium is on there. So 2Li plus 2H2 gives LiOH, which is a weak base, and hydrogen is released. Metal oxide plus oxygen gives metal oxide in a form of metal oxides and super oxides. And here lithium oxide and lithium nitride is there as it comes in contact with the nitrogen. Nitrogen is also there in the atmosphere, which is 78%. So it comes in contact with the air and forms Li3N, lithium nitride. When it comes in contact with the hydrogen, it forms, which is unstable, and here there is in the whole group lithium is a stable one and others are unstable. And the halogens is soluble and lithium is insoluble. So that's why the figure shows properly some anomalous properties of the lithium, which is different from the other alkali metals in the same group. Now diagonal relationship between the lithium and the magnesium. As you see here in the periodic table, modern periodic table, lithium is in the group 1 and magnesium is in the group 2, and it is a diagonal relationship. You can see here lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium is there down. So this one both are correlated with each other. Why and how? See, the atomic radius is nearly 152 to 152 and 160 picometer is there, and ionic radii is 76, 72 picometer, and Li plus Mg plus 2. Polarization is almost 1.7 over here and 3.9, and electronegativity is 1 and 1.20. Both are actually a low electronegativities are there. And what are the reasons behind it? Similarly, the ionic sizes because of the and these are all both are similar. That is the charge upon radius is in the ratio. These are the diagonal relationship which is correlated with the lithium and the magnesium. So points of similarity between the lithium and magnesium is what? Lithium hydroxide and magnesium hydroxide weak base. When lithium comes in contact with the nitrogen, it forms Li3N, and here also Mg3N2. Lithium is hard, even magnesium is hard. Lithium chloride is deliquescent, and even MgCl2 when it comes in contact with the water. So LiCl plus 2H2O is there, and here MgCl2 plus 8H2O is there. And lithium on decomposition gives lithium carbonate, so Li2CO3, and here NaCO3. So lithium hydrogen carbonate cannot be obtained in a solid form. That's so off with the magnesium hydrogen carbonate. That is also not obtained in the solid forms. Yeah. The last one we are going to study about the sodium's properties and how it occurs and its uses. So sodium metal are very reactive. That's why it is kept under the kerosene, so that it should not come in contact with the moisture, and it should be explosive. So there are some in the form of minerals like rock salt, NaCl, Chile salt, that is NaNO3, sodium nitrate, borax, Na2B4O7, 10H2O. So how it is extracted? Now what does extractions means? The ore which is present in the earth crust can be extracted to get a form of a new pure form of the metal. So on electrolysis of aqueous solution of a sodium salt, dihydrogen gas instead of sodium metal is obtained at the cathode, because the positive metal comes in contact with the cathode, which is negative, because the reduction potential of sodium metal is more negative than that of a dihydrogen. So the sodium metal comes in contact with the cathode. Hence the salt of sodium are melted and then electrolyzed so that the sodium metal is obtained at the cathode. The industrial production of a sodium is carried out via downcell by electrolysis of sodium chloride melted at 1123 Kelvin. So in this way the extraction can be proceed. So you can see here the anode and the cathode. So in the anode, chlorine is chlorine is collected, and in the cathode sodium is collected. So 2Cl minus gives Cl2 plus 2 electrons, which is oxidation, and in the cathode Na plus plus electrons gives Na, that is a reduction. So what are the physical properties over here? Sodium is silvery shining, all the metallic properties are there. Sodium is silvery shining and soft metal. It gets tarnished when kept in open air because it is very reactive. So if it is cut with a knife, its inner part will shine. So it is kept in kerosene because it is a very reactive. These are all the physical properties of the sodium. Now some chemical properties are there. So how it reacts with the dioxygen, water and dihydrogen. So Na plus O2 gives Na2O2 as it comes in a sodium peroxide. Always remember, when O2 is there, O2 2 minus, then it's a peroxide. O2 minus, then it's a superoxide, and O minus 2, then it means it's a oxide. Okay, so reactivity is towards the water. Na plus H2O gives NaOH plus hydrogen. Reactivity towards dihydrogen, Na plus 2H2 gives NaH, that is sodium hydride. These are all the chemical properties of the sodium. And there are some uses of sodium, that is a reducing agent. Why? Because it's oxidized. That's why it's a reducing agent. It is used as a liquid coolant in the atomic reactor in the industry, and it is used in the dye industry as a vapor in the sodium light, and in the test of the element in the organic compound, Lessine test. This you can study in the lab, chemistry lab. So for the elements which is in the organic compound, the Lessine test is there. Okay. Thank you. Hope you understood the topic very well.